Hey guys, it's Adam here from Dpadnews.com, and it is Friday, the wonderful end to the week. Thank God. It's been a long one. But for today's video, it is your long-awaited Classic Controller Pro review. As I promised, I told you guys would get it this week, and here it is. So right now, as you can see, I'm using the famous silence with a red dot scope. Yeah, probably the cheapest way to kill anybody in the game. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the pros and I'm going to go through the cons, and then ultimately give you my decision on the Classic Controller Pro on a whole. So let's get started. So the good things about the Classic Controller Pro is that it allows for quick pickup. And what I mean by that is that people, like anybody who's not familiar with using the Wii motion controls, can just kind of pick it up and start playing. Most people are familiar with the way that first-person shooters are played on other consoles, such as the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Now, with that in mind, the motion control aspect of Call of Duty Black Ops on the Wii, or any Call of Duty game, or any first-person shooter game, is being able to use motion. It's kind of the focal point of how the Call of Duty games are supposed to be played on the Wii. Now, you can make the argument that ultimately, if you are trying to get the full experience and get something different than what you normally would get from the other systems, you need to be able to use the motion, which means, of course, not using the Classic Controller Pro. Now, like I said, it is very easy for people just to pick it up and start to have a good time. So if you have people over, you have friends over there, they hate using motion, they hate the Wii, and you hear about it all the time, and you just want to tell them to shut up, and among other things I'm gonna not say on here, but you can now throw the Classic Controller Pro at them and tell them to shut up and put their money where their mouth is. So in that aspect, the CCP actually works quite well. On the other side of that, the controls are kind of off. And what I mean by that is that you're limited. When you're using the Wiimote and the nunchuck, you're very customizable with how you can make your controls work. When you're using the CCP, it's completely the opposite. You have 5 or 6 different preset control settings, and you have to use those. And quite honestly, the control settings aren't very good. They're kind of all over the place. The only thing, and what I mean by this is you'll see a little later in the video, I'll point it out. But there's just small tweaks on the controller that if they were to be fixed, the Classic Controller Pro would be a lot better. Now, I do find that here I'm using dual HS10s, and I completely suck with dual weapons because I don't like them at all. But I do find using that dual weapons are a lot easier to use with the Classic Controller Pro. Now, I say that because it's a lot easier just to click 2 buttons when they're back and forth, when you're holding just a singular controller in your hand. Now, I use the Wii Zapper on a daily basis, opposed to just the nunchuck and the Wiimote. And, yes, I know, Wii Zapper, ha 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 ha. You're a funny guy. I know, I am. Anyways, so, I really find that the dual weapons are used a lot better with the CCP. Another observation that you can see here is that there is no reticle available for the Classic Controller. That's another thing that was taken out of being able to be customizable. And that, of course, it just doesn't work. It takes your accuracy down. And I don't know why they did that, but that, of course, even puts a falter onto using dual weapons, because now it's a lot more difficult to aim per se towards having the reticle there and kind of showing your point of accuracy. Another good thing about the classic controller is when you're using your inventory. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what the inventory is, it could be your using your kill streaks, it could be switching your weapon, it could be using equipment, so C4 or claymores or tactical insertions, and it could also be attachments, like if you're using the master key or you're using a noob tube. Those are all things that would be utilized using the inventory. And the thing is, with the classic controller, it's just a matter of clicking one button. So left, right, up, down on the D-pad would just automatically activate it, compared to perhaps ways that may be set up on, say, the regular remote, where you have to press another button and then press another button. You have to use two buttons, where this one is just snap of a finger and it's ready to go. The other thing is, I find it very difficult to switch between my weapons, and really all the control presets are really not that good. They're basically all the same, with little to nothing actually being switched. Now, as you see here, now I'm sniping. So I'll jump onto another Pro. I really find sniping with the Classic Controller Pro to be a lot better than using just the regular Wiimote. And I say that because it's more precise. It's very smooth, rather than there being more error for human fault. And maybe it's because I just find that it's more direct, but I really enjoy using the sniper rifle with the CCP. And anybody who's seen these videos in the past with my CCP sniping video, I do quite well in it. I use it whenever I snipe. I use the CCP, and I really love the WA-2000. It's probably the best sniper rifle in the game. Yeah, it's not the most powerful one, but it's it doesn't have a lot of recoil, and it gets the job done. Even if it's 2 more bullets, it gets it done. I can't complain. Now, the thing with sniping, however, is that well, this is actually a control issue, not so much a sniping issue. Is that the Classic Controller Pro has like a slower default speed, and what I mean by that is your turn speeds are a lot slower. And I understand you can switch that. I know. However, if you are using that and you're trying to you know, turn when you first start, all your controls actually get reset when you're using the CCP and the Wiimote. So, if for 1 minute you're using the CCP and then you switch to the Wiimote, well, that could cause a problem because all your controls will be reset. So every time you have to reset the controls, which then in turn can get rather annoying. Now, another problem with the CCP is, you're going to see it here in a moment, is when you're trying to snipe and steady your shot, you'll throw your tactical grenade. And see, there, yep, there it goes. It says to hold left bumper, and that'll steady your shot. And no matter what, if you hold the left bumper, it'll throw a tactical grenade. And of course, if you're in the middle of a fight and you need to get that shot off really quick and you just need that second of steadiness, that grenade will go out and then you're boned. So this in turn results in I end up having to throw my tacs out before I start actually going out to try and snipe. There it actually worked out well because there's a group of them just kind of standing at their spawn point, I'm assuming. And so I'm able to throw the tactical and then throw the actual lethal and then do some serious sniping. And another problem too is I believe it's A. Hold on, I shall check. But the point is that no, it's B, sorry. B on the B button on the CCP acts as your running and your jump. And anybody who's familiar with old games, there's nothing worse than having jump and another button be shared. It's just it gets really annoying because you're trying to do so many things all at once, and the last thing you want is if you're trying to flee, instead of running, you jump instead. It can be quite a nuisance. Aside from that, I have to say, overall, in the end, do the pros overcome the cons? And in this, I'm gonna have to say, for the most part, it's good. And for anybody who's been on the fence about getting a Classic Controller Pro, if you feel that you are more familiar and you play better with a dual analog, then yes, it's worth your money. Go get it if you are crap in the bed with motion and you want to have an affair with the Wii, or on the Wii I should say, then go get the Classic Controller Pro. Overall, I give the Classic Controller Pro a 7 out of 10. I'm Adam, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.